Good morning, my crazy crafters. It's a little therapy time. This is Sunny from Creative Therapy. And I was just going to check in this morning. I don't have very long. I don't have a whole lot to share because I have to go to work today. Dang it, it has to happen once in a while. So I'm going to be leaving here in a couple hours. So I thought I'd just check in and say hi. I haven't finished my review on this hinge system yet because I was going to do my pages first. And as you can see, I did decide to go ahead with the Safari Adventure from Graphic 45. And I haven't done much on my pages. Just, you know, I put my tape, that electrical tape, I put that down, same that we used here on the hinges. I just put on these creases to reinforce them. And I've gone ahead and like tacked up my pockets. I've just done a couple things here and there just because I wanted to slap some papers on and get an idea of what I was going to be working with. So I can tell you though that the binding system, and this may not make any sense since I can't tell you, but I'm going to try and explain it. Since each page have these little flappy doos on them, what you're going to do, put your score tape on the back of each of them, and then like, here's page 1. Page 2 is then going to attach to page 1, and page 3 will attach to page 2, and 4 will attach to 3. Alright. So I'm liking that. Here's the part I'm a little unsure of with this process. All of these then attach to another piece of paper that's going to have like accordion folds, and those folds attach to your spine. Then that gives it room to play, because when you attach these together like that, your pages aren't going to lay down when you flip through your book. So that's why you have that piece that's not attached to the spine itself, so that as you flip through it, you know, they'll move a little better. It gives some flexibility. And then to keep it flat up against the book when the book is not in use, they're putting magnets here and then magnets on the spine. And that sounds really smart. It sounds like a lot of steps to counter a problem, the page is not laying flat, that you wouldn't have if you just did it the other way. So, although I think this sounds really good in theory, and I like being able to put on a flat page and not having to make a pocket page, I'm just not sure. I may change my mind once I do it and see how it functions. I may think it's wonderful, but right now I'm a little skeptical in all honesty. So I'm not trying to be negative Nancy, you know, not trying to be a downer. I'm just kind of wondering. And this is just going to get messed up all the time because I fussy cut this out and put it on there, and it's going to get bent all the time. I don't care because I thought it was cute. So what I was going to do today is just show you another little thing I learned. And if any of you all have bought Graphic 45 paper packs, you have probably noticed that on the inside back cover, they have little templates. Now this is the 8x8 size, so these templates are really small. Alright, on the back side of the 12x12 pad, there's this little template. And I'm using that today to create kind of a fancy pocket. Now Graphic 45 makes a collection of pockets and tags that you can't beat, period. And I've ordered them in this collection, but they're not here yet. So I thought while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the template they gave me to make an economical little pocket. So what I've done is I've taken this paper from the 8x8 pad. So it's 8 inches long, and I cut it 3 5/8. The reason I cut it 3 5/8 is because this is 2.5 inches across, and I wanted it to be able to slide in the pocket, so I gave it an extra 1/8 of an inch, and then an extra inch for 2 1/2-inch tabs on either side. Alright, so 8 inches, 3 5/8. Okay, grab your scoreboard, score the 1/2 inch on either side, okay, and then score it at 4.5 inches so that you have a little extra lip up there. Then take your template, center it between your folds right up to the edge and trace around it. Okay? So I've done that. You probably can't see it on camera. I did it in pencil. I can barely see it myself. How smart was that? Now you're also going to cut the tabs off the long end. Alright? You don't need them on the long end, just the short end. And since I'm trying to do this while y'all watch, it'll be probably be crooked as my dog's hind leg. Alright, so get rid of that, and then look, I always leave a little mess, don't I? Fix it. Alright. Ink that sucker! It'll be fine. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just miter these corners a little bit. And when I say miter, you know it's not a true miter if you do woodworking. It's just an angle cut. But anyway, that's what they want to call it. So that's what I'll call it too. Alright. And there we go. Alright. So that's going to fold up. Those are going to tuck back. It's going to go like that. But I wanted the fancy little scallop. So if I can see my little lines, I'm going to cut out my scallop. How much fun to watch is that? I'm trying to hurry but not screw up all at the same time. That's a hard combination to get. Hurrying and not screwing up. Alright. Okay. And then take that little goober and center it between your two flaps at the bottom and trace around it, which I already did, and it's hard to see, but it's there. And cut that out for like a little thumb hole thingy, and it'll be the same shape and size as the top, so it'll coordinate real nice. Okay, if you can do it straight, which I obviously can't. Alright, so there is our little pocket, and before I close it up, I want to ink those edges. I cannot stand raw white edges. So, and I think I'll probably cut a little tag like that, only out of black. I think I'll use some of my black scraps from the album and cut a little tag for inside, and I'll probably put a piece of pattern paper on it, but I'll probably wait until I'm done with my album and use whatever I have left over. So now that's going to go in. Let's just hit that edge lightly with some ink. And alright, as you can see, I have a little peeking over from the back side. Let's snip that right off because I didn't like that. Can't have that peeking out. Alright, so there's a fancy little pocket just out of your regular paper. Oh no, come on. Goodness. And it's nice and quiet in here today. You don't hear the road noise and whatever. It's not really hot enough for me to turn on the air conditioning, but it's been humid the last few days, and everything in the house was starting to feel just a little damp. I got up this morning and walked across the carpet, and it felt like my carpet was damp, and I just didn't like that, so I went ahead and closed up the house. I do not like canned air, but I deal with paper here, and I just really don't want it that wet in my house, so got the dehumidifier going in the basement, and I turned on the air conditioning trying to dry out my house a little bit. Besides, it's supposed to be about 88 today, and humid. It's supposed to get more humid, so might as well just close her up, and then when I come home from work it won't be unbearable in here. Alright, there's our little pocket. Now I noticed when I went to close it that we have that sticking out, so I think I'm gonna trim it to match the curve as well. Let's see, it might look bad in the front. We'll see what happens. I might have screwed up our cute little pocket. Oh no, I can live with it. That's okay. I just have to go back and re-ink it. I can live with it either way. I could do the rounded or the square, but I thought the square looked funny in the back, so I'll go with the round. If I can get in a good position to trim here. And then of course you know what's next, right? I got to go back and re-ink it, and also sometimes I just don't like the way I cut, so I grab my little Tim Holtz sandpaper thingy and smooth out my rough edges. Alright. Because I like things kind of as close to perfect as I can get them, but you know, I'm not very good at getting them perfect, so. And jack that one up a little, but it'll be fine. Nobody'll ever notice. Unless, you know, unless somebody out there's got a big mouth and tells them, don't you dare. I'll be mad now. Alright, so there's our little pocket, and like I said, I'm just going to cut a piece like this, except a little longer, obviously. See, that's too short. We want it about right there. So I think we're going to have to cut one that's 2.5 inches by 4? 3 3/4 or 4? I'd say 3 3/4. I want 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 by 2.5. I wonder, can I just do that? I bet I can. Let's see if this is 3 3/4. Oh, good. 3 3/4. 2.5. Set this little guy all the way up to the top. And do the tracing thing again. That I can see at least. And then do the fussy cut thing again. Oh, come on. I do not like to fussy cut. Some people are really good at it. But I do better sitting on the couch in front of the TV than I do with the camera rolling, I think. Alright, so there's our tag. There's our pocket. I should have left it a little longer, but it'll be fine. I think I'll put a little band across there. Dress it up a little bit. That's just a scrap piece of paper I have that's 1 inch wide, so let's dress that up. And when I get my chipboard pieces, they have some cute little chipboards that maybe I'll put in there. Maybe I'll put some pattern paper on it. Maybe the green. I don't know. I'll do something to pretty that up. Let's put that red on there. Hold on. Here, I keep thinking I'm done, and then I got more to do. Let's see about that wide. Oh, goodness. Can you believe I'm just going to eyeball this and cut it? And mess it up? What do you think? Oh, it's too narrow. It's too narrow. And we're putting it on there anyway. I don't care. It's perfect. That's what I wanted. There's no rules, right? So, yeah, it's perfect. It's just perfect. No white edges. Can't deal with white edges. I mean, if you're putting it on white paper, maybe, but I'm not. I'm putting it on black paper. Can't have white edges. Alright. Now, let's go put some glue on here in the middle. You see me not measuring anything? You see me not doing anything the right way? Yeah, well, it's my process. Screwing up is my process. It's how I do. Alright, so I'm just going to center that there. Fold it round. Cut it. Alright, that one needs to end about there. This one needs to end about, let's make it just a little shy so there's a border. Okay. Re-ink, re-ink. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. This one's going to be underneath, so I don't care. It comes to the edge. That's how it's going to look on the back. It's just the back side. So, it's not like it's got to be perfect. We'll just tell people it is. They'll never know. Alright. So that one goes down. And this one goes down. Get stuff out of my way, can't work. That goes around there. Let's scoot it down so we can see the elephants and we can see the word safari. I like it right about there. And then alright, and like I said, my chipboard pieces are supposed to be here by Monday. This is Thursday. The chipboard and the pockets and tags are all coming together, and I should have it on Monday. But if you guys think I can wait till Monday to play with some paper, good grief. Alright, so that's going to go in there. Probably put some little title or something up there. And our first page pretty much done. I mean, the front of it, obviously. I've got other stuff to do. So, alright, well thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I've got my tea here. Haha, always got a big ass cup of tea. Let me get the trash out of the way and keep the pretties right there. And my cup says naughty or nice. And most people think that that's a Christmas thing, but hell, for me it's a daily decision. How's this day gonna go? Naughty or nice today? So, there's my little project. Here's my little trash hanging out all over the place. And like I said, I'll let you know how this binding goes as it comes along. I know it's got potential. There's some things that I think could be very good about it. But in the meantime, ciao for now.